Hi, welcome to another video. So, I have been using a new AI coding agent called Verdent, and I thought to talk about this as well. What is Verdent? Well, Verdent is a new coding agent that is mainly designed to be a professional coding assistant that works on large code bases. It's an agent to which you can give a task, and it makes sure that you get completed code reviewed for bugs, basically ensuring that the code you get is production-ready code generated from simple prompts. It comes in two flavors, a desktop app and a VS Code extension. So, if you want to have it inside your code editor, that's possible as well. However, the most feature-rich version is their desktop app, as that has almost all the features. The VS Code extension is also great, but the VS Code extension is more geared towards being a pair programmer and doesn't support options to spin up multiple agents, while the desktop app has that option. Currently, they have three pricing options: a $20 plan, a $60 plan, and a $180 plan. They all give you a good amount of credits, and you can top up more credits if needed. Currently, they are also offering almost double the credits in each plan. So, the $20 plan gives you 640 credits instead of 320, and the same goes on with other bigger plans as well. They are also running a 7-day free trial that gives you 200 credits to be used with any model. So, you can check this out for free and make a decision for yourself. I am pretty sure that you'll like it. Now, I'll mainly talk about the desktop app first, and then we'll move to the VS Code extension as well. So, you install it, and this is what it looks like. Here on the main screen, you can see the prompt box. This screen allows you to select the project that you want to work on, and then type in your prompt. You can also add an image for design context or anything like that. And you can also select between different reasoning levels like none, standard, high, and maximum. You can set it up according to your needs. You can also hit the plan mode to plan out the changes you want to make before jumping in. This is a multi-turn planning conversation, and it will ask you follow-ups to find the best solution to implement what you exactly want. You can also change the main model to use between Sonnet, Haiku, and GPT-5. You can also select between worktree and project folder options. The worktree option here makes a new branch for the task you are assigning, allowing you to check the exact changes much more seamlessly. In case something goes wrong, you can quickly roll back and start again, and it's also easy to merge back once the task is done. The project folder does the edits directly within the project without branching or cloning, so all changes are applied directly to the files. It's great to have both options, and many of you will appreciate the flexibility for sure. At the bottom, you can see the tasks as well. So, if you spin up multiple agents, you will be able to view and manage them accordingly. But now, let's get into it and actually use it. So, let me try one of my benchmark tests with it. I'm going to give it this game, an FPS shooter built in Godot. And as you know, most agents struggle with this. So, I'm going to ask it to add a step counter and also a life bar that is affected by jumping. Once I send it, you can see that it goes ahead and starts working on it. As it works, you can also hit the status chip, and it opens up a sidebar where you can see exactly what's being edited. I like this because it keeps the main UI neatly organized. You can also edit any file manually by navigating through the files on the left, so that's great as well. From the top left options, you can also open it in external editors, as well as set up a Git repo if you don't have one already. You also get a terminal option here to use the terminal directly through the deck itself. If I show you what Verdant made in the game, then you can easily see that it implemented the life bar. The jump mechanics works pretty well, and it implemented everything in just one shot, which is really awesome if you ask me. It was super fast as well, and it integrates the planning of GPT-5 and Sonnet quite well. Once the task is done, you see the Diff Lens. This is something unique that I've seen here. It's basically an AI that looks at the diff of the edits and tells you exactly what has changed and which lines were edited. You can also click the file name, and it will take you to the exact difference being discussed. This is something you'd see when the tool is genuinely built to be used seriously, and I really like that. I don't have to check git diffs manually to see what changed. I can easily see it right here, especially when spinning up multiple agents but still wanting to stay on track. With each change, you also get the option to generate a code review. This uses the GPT-5 model to generate a review for your code. I think this is a great feature. I personally use GPT-5 as a judge for my LLM tests because it's really great at reviewing, and Verdent implements that too. It allows you to check for security measures, code quality, and stuff like that as well. So, let's just hit this. Now, this will create a code review and give you the exact things that can be fixed, and you can take it from there. You can also commit the changes right here, allowing you to keep your Git repo on track as well. Also, all this works like a browser. All the projects are split into tabs, and you can navigate through them easily. Each repo's tasks live in the sidebar, so if you're spinning up multiple agents across different repos, it's well organized. It also adheres to the agent's markdown file. So, you can set up project context and rules there, and Verdant will always follow those. You can also provide the build scripts and commands in the settings, so it knows how to run your apps correctly. There are also global settings at the top, where you can set up things like a proxy if you're in a corporate environment. You can also set up global rules, permissions, and a deny list for commands it shouldn't run. You can configure MCPs here, change the default settings, like whether you want it to automatically do a code review or commit, and also switch the code review model between GPT-5 and Gemini. You can also change view options like font size and other display preferences as well. That's mainly about the interface. You can also check out the VS Code version here. You can install the Verdant VS Code extension by searching for it, then log in and start using it, which is great too. It's more of a pair programming tool. You can't run multiple agents on different tasks like in the desktop version, but you can share the same subscription and still use the same agentic capabilities. There are also some more neat features there for the daily AI coding agent. You get rule support, and you can also make sub-agents with custom context similar to Claude Code, and your main agent can spawn some sub-agents with new context to get stuff done, and basically orchestrate some sub-agents, which is really great. It also has a browser use tool to test the apps it makes, which is really very interesting. Also, you can configure the model to use here as well between Claude, GPT-5, and even Minimax M2, which has been recently added here and is free until November 7th. This model will also be shortly added to the desktop app as well. So, you should be able to use this super efficient model everywhere. So, that is also quite awesome. Now, let's talk about my thoughts. So, I tried it, and it's one of the best performing agents on my benchmark. For example, there's a movie tracker app that I built using this, and it was one of the best generations I've seen. It handled it in one go, so yeah, this is great. If you're a developer, especially one who uses something like Claude Code for pair programming, and you don't want your code base to become a mess, Or if you're worried that using multiple agents will make your project harder to manage, then this seems like the best option. You can easily spin up sub-agents, make them work the way you want, check code reviews, and understand each generated code line clearly. It's really great. I like it a lot. It's a very professional system to spin up multiple agents, and it's also quite memory efficient. In simpler terms, I like it because their agentic system is really efficient while giving you better capabilities than something like Claude Code. It is also graphical, and you can easily orchestrate multiple agents, and it's not a memory hogging thing either. You also get the multi-agent desktop app and everyday usable VS Code extension, allowing you to just have one subscription while getting the best capabilities. It's something that has a lot of thought put behind it, and it surely shows. That's mainly about it, and I thought it would be great to talk about this as well. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, share your thoughts below and subscribe to the channel. You can also donate via Super Thanks option or join the channel as well and get some perks. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.